Long holiday weekend, it's time for the weekend box office report brought to you by AMC Theaters. Fox's Hidden Figures took the #1 spot for a second weekend in a row, pulling in $26 million over 4 days. Sing held on for the #2 spot, earning $19.2 million with a total domestic gross of $238.4 million. At #3 is Lionsgate's Oscar frontrunner La La Land. The movie made $17.5 million over the holiday period with a domestic total of $77 million and more than $132 million globally. In the #4 spot was Rogue One, which added $17.1 million to its $502.2 million domestic total. It is now the top grossing domestic release of 2016. And rounding out the top 5 was The Bye Bye Man. The low budget horror earned $15.3 million, well above projections, which had it opening at $10 million. Mark, thoughts on the box office numbers after the long weekend?
Ashley, I don't generally root against movies being #1 at the box office, and thank God Monster Trucks did not crack the top 5 because it was Martin Luther King weekend. It's the day when we celebrate his birthday, his legacy. So I cannot think of a better movie to be #1 and a convincing #1 than Hidden Figures. It's a really good film. Y'all should go check it out. And Rogue One, if it has to take a step back, La La Land has to take a step back. They did so to the right movie. The other thing I'll point out is that Bye Bye Man actually did better than I thought it would. That movie cost $6 million to make, and it's already made double its budget. So it's not a great movie, but it's not a Blumhouse film, but it's that Blumhouse model of we're going to make these horror movies for dirt cheap. They have a cool premise. Whether it's actually a good movie, don't worry about it. Just go see it opening weekend. I think Hidden Figures, though, I think that's going to have some legs for a couple weeks.
Jeremy.
Yeah, when I saw Bye Bye Man, I was like, this is the kind of movie that cost $6 million to make. It's going to double its budget opening weekend. You crept into the top 5, Bye Bye Man. Congratulations. But I'm with Mark on this one. I'm glad Hidden Figures was #1. I thought Hidden Figures was a very endearing movie. I'm glad La La Land sticking in there. I'm actually impressed with Sing. Like, I didn't think Sing would be hanging on for this long, but it is that high up on the list.
Only a 33% drop.
Yeah,
from the previous week.
Sing of all movies. Rogue One. I'm always glad to see a Star Wars movie. How much has that movie made now?
I think
Rogue
500.
One.
Rogue One is just under 500 right now. It probably actually broke it because of Monday.
No, it's domestically it's at 502 million. Worldwide, it is at 983 million. So it will crack the $1 billion.
Disney's like, thank you, world. But I'm glad Hidden Figures is #1, and I'm bummed out that Bye Bye Man even crept into the top 5. Sleepless being as low as it was. Sleepless was a better movie than Bye Bye Man, so it should have been in there. But those horror movies, man, this is why they make garbage horror movies, because people watch them, and if you don't want them to be made, don't go see them. But here we are.
Christian.
The stupid Bye Bye Man. The thing with that movie is that I avoided this one on purpose because I said to Schnepp, she was like, this one might be all right. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah. From the release and everything pointing to this stink pile. And Mark, who's usually a little more forgiving on it, comes back like he had just been in the trash compactor for the last 6 hours.
I liked some things about the movie. Doug Jones was really good as a Bye Bye Man.
See? So
that was a stretch.
The fact that this thing made 15 points, this is why when I get a chance to see good horror, like whether it's Don't Breathe or
You're going to see one tonight. You're going to see one tonight.
Right. When I'm Split. Well, when it goes to see those types of movies, I wish were made more. But it makes sense why they make these piles because it makes nothing. But the fact that this made a profit. Then we get to Hidden Figures, obviously, which I'm so glad was both Hidden Figures and Sing. Positioning is the key to both of these movies because with Hidden Figures opening when it did, the Oscar buzz that it's getting, the Golden Globe nominations for sure, and the importance of the movie on the holiday for Martin Luther King. There is no better movie that could have opened and done as well that everyone should have seen this weekend than Hidden Figures. Sing positioning is the biggest thing because to answer your question, I'm not as surprised because nothing else out there. Yeah, and on a holiday weekend when all the kids have off from school, my daughter alone the other day was like, I want to see a movie in the theater. And my wife and I were, what's out there right now? And I was looking out and she's just Sing. We've seen that already. But that's probably what a lot of people did. Like they take their kids to the movie yesterday or Sunday and they went and saw Sing. La La Land we knew was going to continue to do well because of all the Golden Globe stuff, the Oscars. It happens every year. The one with the big buzz, they released it in wide release. And it was crushing when it was in limited release. So, and it's a great movie. So there you go.
It should be pointed out that the numbers that we've got here on the screen are reflective of the Monday as well. the holiday. On the pure weekend, it was a little bit of a different order if you just counted the Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. And number 1 was still Hidden Figures, but La La Land was actually number 2 over just the weekend. Sing was number 3. Obviously, that holiday Monday, a lot of parents want to take their kids to see Sing, so that jumped up to number 2 there. Bye Bye Man was number 4. And Rogue One, A Rogue Story, was in number 5. So it's just interesting to see that. Yeah, here's the thing about Bye Bye Man, and it's a terrible movie. It is a terrible movie. But you got to understand, I think I know why a lot of people would run out to see it. Look what just happened in 2016. A couple of very low-budget, premise-based horror movies, Lights Out, Don't Breathe. And they were great. I had such a good time watching both of those. So even though I did not like the trailer, I think a lot of people are probably in the same boat as me. Didn't like the trailer to Bye Bye Man, but I'm just coming off of watching a bunch of really good low-budget horror movies, so yeah, let's go.
The difference with that, though, and this is what I think certain people are doing this, and oh my God, I can't. James Wan certainly did it. It's taking not high-priced talent, but good talent. And someone like Stephen Lang, putting Stephen Lang, and the kids were in Don't Breathe were really good actors. From what I hear, correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of the actors in Bye Bye Man, not so good.
You're not wrong.
Christian,
it honestly,
been more right. It honestly was. I think you might have said this to me. I can't remember coming out of it, or it might have been somebody else saying that felt. No, it was you. You said that felt like a college film student project.
Yeah.
With not even college film student actors. They just went out and got their buddies to try to act in it. I usually don't like to talk disparagingly about actors themselves, but they were pretty bad.
Yeah. Doug Jones was good as a Bye Bye Man.
Doug Jones was good as the Bye Bye Man. Yes.
The funniest thing is we're going back, we're carpooling, and there's this big billboard of Assassin's Creed, and Fassbender's like this. It's like, look at him. He's like, how you like me now?
That's exactly what he said in the car. It's like Fassbender's like,
look at that
I don't look so bad now, do I?